Hey, what's up, Boxers? So welcome to the very first episode of Boxnation. Now, if you don't know what that is, and you probably don't because it's the very first episode, this is with me and Nick Rudenko. My name's Trey Smith, and we both start a company called Buildbox. Now, Buildbox is game development software. It lets you create a video game without coding, and we started this company 5 years ago. 2014?
4.5-ish.
Yeah, I think the official release was in 2015. And so before that, we actually made video games. We did that for 5 years, made a lot of the hyper casual style video games you'll see at the top of the App Store. How many downloads do we have now?
A lot.
70 million-ish, something
little
like
bit
that?
more.
A little bit more than that. So we got started doing that, then we got into building software, and now we have an amazing community of people who use this software, Buildbox, and this show is about highlighting them, talking about the top games in the App Store right now, and also how we could build some of these games in Buildbox, and showing you some Buildbox games that we think are pretty cool. So if you're interested in game development, you're interested in video games, you just want to see what's working right now in the App Store, then that's what this show is going to be all about. All right, so what we're gonna do is actually play a few different games that are at the top of the App Store. Now, these first two are not made with our software, and then the next two are made with the software. At that point, we will bring Zach over too. Zach's our community director. He knows everyone who's doing anything inside of Buildbox, and he'll talk about some of those guys as well. Now, the first game, what did we decide? Oh, by the way, we have not played these games, so we're gonna suck at it. And that's okay, but we're gonna try to figure it out.
Especially him.
I'm really bad at this.
But before we go, wait a second, what is this Lines In game?
Oh, okay, so this one's actually was this the first? No, the first game I made was Phases. This was the second game I ever made though. And
Oh my God, is it not optimized for iPhone X yet?
you can see,
This is like a pretty old game.
yeah, it's pretty old. This was 2011?
It was Buildbox 1.
That was Buildbox 1, that's right.
Oh man, I remember spending
I used to
so
be
much
really
time
good
to
at this game.
optimize the Buildbox 1 because
Yeah.
they're like, hey,
Oh, yeah.
yo, you was so demanding back there.
Well, I mean, I still am, but,
No.
no, because I wanted to have a lot of objects on screen at once, right?
Yeah, like all those physics, and it should be perfectly smooth on the cheapest and most,
Yeah.
you know,
And now it plays great on the iPhone 11 Pro, so.
yeah, it looks great.
So let's actually, speaking of games that are beautiful and fun, let's try Make It Perfect is one we were gonna do, or Pull the Pin.
Let's do perfect, make it perfect. It
Make it
actually
perfect.
really reminds me of good,
Voodoo, it's a Voodoo
yeah,
game.
the Voodoo, and the really good trend going on right now
Yeah.
about restoration, you know, like
Oh yeah, you were talking about this and we were walking over here.
yeah.
Okay, cool. So we don't know how to play this game, but we looked at like the App Store to see, how it works. So as you can see, this is the first time we played it. All right, so Nick, it looks like here we have to fix the imperfection. All right, so that one we have to push up a little bit, and then that one to the right.
They used
If you want to monetize games well, look at the ones at the top of the App Store and how they're monetizing.
yeah, it
That's
used to be like less
super important.
aggressive, but like it's more and more like ads pushing, which is.
You want to try?
Yeah, let me do this one.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I need to turn this window and move them.
Okay, so okay.
Oh, and they're decreasing my,
Oh yeah,
stars
because I'm better at it. They're just.
yeah, okay, but I'm with, oh no.
Oh, you actually lost that.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
okay,
You missed that one.
Hey.
Yeah, so this has been a
First
theme.
okay, no.
Oh wow, and another ad.
Wow, that's pretty aggressive.
That is.
Okay.
But they know how to generate revenue.
yeah, it looks like your retention doesn't hurt much.
Whoa, look at that. So this gets complicated pretty fast for level 4.
So again, this one is not on the place. Oh wow, that's the
wow.
chest unlocked. Again,
Now we don't know what those are for
Oh,
yet.
those are like a energy probably
Yeah,
from
probably
fresh,
like-
from those previous.
Look at this. So
Okay.
this is like the.
Okay, so this is actually another trend. So hyper casual is not hyper casual anymore.
Yeah.
They're like
agree with
straight to casual. Like they're
Yeah.
way more complicated.
I mean, because this is like
Like a-
Candy Crush looking.
Yeah,
thing,
like
right?
now I have to build and.
Oh wow. So I still don't know what. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't really understand what happened there.
Yeah.
Did you get that? What was just going on?
Yeah,
What
because
is?
I
Can you
played to get more these bubbles, and then I use bubbles.
can you move
to,
around here? It says you.
This is my currency. This is my energy, so I can, play.
Oh, okay. So you work in the game and then you build up currency to build a city. That's actually pretty cool. Okay, so all right, so I like this, but now the question is when is the ramp up? Even right here, all right, we're starting to get more ramped up, So this, I bet you the puzzles get pretty dang good.
I think they're gonna like. That's actually good. Another lessons. Don't make your game
Perfect.
complicated very fast.
Oh yeah.
just like let the player addicted to the gameplay, let them hook, just like a spinning, like a boom, 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 like action, and then later on, like when they get bored,
I kind of like this. Yeah. Yeah, because hey, you know what it is? It's like you can sit around, watch TV, you're waiting in line, you're chilling out, and just kind of like boom, boom, boom.
Almost mindless.
Yeah, because it's almost like an idle game. Where it's like the idle games actually run when your phone is not actually on.
Yeah, like
right. So I guess it's not an idle game.
Sparta, all those games like strategy games.
Level failed. Now how did I? All right, try this and see if you can figure out how I failed. Oh, I guess I hit like the wrong area too many times.
He's just too fast.
So I bet you this gets fairly complicated after a while.
So far it doesn't. And you have this energy, so if you fail too much often, you have to wait, and then kicks off this urgency. Oh, I can play, but I maybe not purchase, and then So look at this. So there's pretty much a similar amount of red and green.
Okay. So now you got.
Okay.
All right. So now again, so it's kind of, what it reminds me of a little bit? It's like Mario Party.
Oh, I have to do rotate them?
Yeah, because they're a little bit different. Each one of these is a little bit different. So it's kind of like a Mario Party mixed in with ads. Real quick, so making that Buildbox, doing this kind of stuff right here would be super simple with Buildbox, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That would be like...
That can be perfect, because there's a lot of these small levels that you have to figure it out, right?
Yeah.
Like a lot of scenes.
Because having that, like moving an object over and saying once it's in this, how would you do it? Would you do it with nodes primarily?
Oh, we have this good one, is touched node, like is detected.
Is touched?
Yeah, like when you touch this.
Not
node.
if collide.
No, that's totally different.
Is touch.
Is touch.
Gotcha. Well, since there's an ad playing, let's go and pull up the next game called Pull the Pin. Nick, would you do the honors?
Okay, this is. I like this. I like this more.
Yeah, you like this one more.
Yeah. Because it's.
Pretty simple. Pull the pin.
Yeah,
right?
Just swipe it, and then they fall into the bucket, and then kind of wait, and as soon as there's a certain amount of weight or amount of, they're boom.
So what is it like? You have to get all of the balls into the bucket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this reminds me. You remember those games from a long time ago that did this, where it was all about the balls going down? You try to collect them all?
Crazy ball,
it was like 1001.
Yes,
something like that.
Yeah, like they shoot the balls and then Yeah.
So that's it, because so I have this theory, and Nick is going to groan any moment now about model and improve.
Okay, right? Here we go again.
And the idea here is if it worked before, it'll work again if you can model that and then improve it and actually make it into something cooler. So.
Yeah, kind of sick of hearing but I hate to admit, but this kind of works.
It's true.
Yeah.
It totally works. So the idea here is there was this game, called like 1001 or something like that. I'm sure I'm botching the name. But you would try to get 100 balls to go down into a bucket, and it would count down the balls. And this is pretty much the same gameplay idea from something that was popular 3 years ago, but now they're doing something different.
So this is spin, so you have this gray one, and if I put the gray one, they didn't count.
That didn't work. Oh, because you have to.
So I have to kind of combine.
Oh, okay.
So then they transfer the color.
So it's like the 1001 or whatever ball game plus color switch. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And those pins that we've seen on the advertisement on the Facebook, Instagram, so many times they looks like working so well. So this actually, they combine this concept and actually turn into real game instead of just being commercial for some random game that have nothing to do with pins whatsoever. Yeah. Okay, so there we have a bomb.
Okay, the bomb you obviously.
This is actually cool. They introduced new, item, new enemy, and they're like, okay, what are we gonna do?
I agree. I like this game. This is I like the last one too, but this one is super solid.
So there's two types of game. One is actually bring smart mechanics. Another one is actually, just bash with features, like you build this stuff. This is just like, hey, one is the cool and indie, another one just in money of development.
That's not, I don't agree with you. I think you're
so this
wrong.
This is a smarter game. No. The previous one is just have bigger budget.
No, the previous game is on this restoration premise, which you told me about.
Yeah, restoration with big blockbuster.
Yeah, it's a big
tons of money.
Restoration.
There's tons of money in that.
You think that was an expensive game to make?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, because of making the
each
city
level
and
has
all
to be
that.
well thought. the
Yeah.
assets have to be created.
This is more indie.
This
to
is
you.
more like, this is one-man band for sure.
Hanging out
the previous one
in the basement like we were doing back in the
I
day.
mean, the previous game you have to like spend like 3 years, 2 years, you know, doing like on the side.
Dude, we could do that in Buildbox. I bet you could do that in Buildbox in 2
Yeah, no, I'm
months.
talking about assets creation, you know, not
Yeah.
the coding, yeah.
If you're gonna be coding.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But this one is...
and I like this. This is the kind of stuff me and you kind of have always liked.
Yeah.
Just like kind of puzzly, quirky,
smart
simple kind of games.
introduction to the new mechanics, elements, and stuff.
I agree. I agree with that. All right, so you just simply don't have the bomb go down. That makes sense.
Totally.
And then boom. Okay, I like this. I think this is a solid game. Yeah, and they really, again, man, the interesting thing to me with this casual space is how they really just slowly ramp stuff up. I mean, it's like obvious to make sure you understand. And I'm bad at that. Like in the games that we've made, I'm gonna talk about color switching in a second, but in the games that we've made, we probably ramped up too fast. And I think that's an interesting point.
Yeah, it's like when you develop game, you actually get pretty good at the game very fast.
Yeah.
And like, oh, it's so easy because like, it's so easy for me.
Yeah.
But you have to remember, you're really good at this game because you develop, you play.
Oh yeah, the games that you make, yeah.
During development, you played so many times.
Yeah.
And it's like
You're like
and
a
then
master of your
you
game.
naturally
Yeah.
ramping up complexity and because your skill, and it end up being like a ridiculously complicated and hard. That's happened to me with Blue Edge.
Yeah.
It was like so.
Yeah, Blue Edge was a game of his.
Yeah,
Maybe
really-
actually we can magically show a video of that right now. Boom. All right, so this is Blue Edge. And
You
as
see like
can
a
see,
real beautiful.
Yeah.
But it was bomb. I mean,
Blue Edge, was it a bomb?
It's okay. It's okay.
It wasn't as big as Sky.
Hey,
yeah.
it's not as big as.
The line's in, but what is?
And it's not as bomb as Wall Switch.
Hey.
Oh yeah. Hey, thanks. I'm not doing well.
Personally offended. All right, but the ad's almost like a game because it's like find the X.
Yeah, because
You know?
there's so many ads like
Oh,
people
look at
like
this.
things.
All right, so there's two things I want to say. But first off, the color switching part of this, where it actually turns the gray balls into a color, David Reichout invented that. We argued about this earlier, so we were walking over here.
Yeah.
We argue all the time. We're like an old married couple. And we were talking about this.
He's
but,
arguing, I'm telling truth, you know.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. But David Reichout kind of invented color changing in games.
Yeah, I think like, no, he don't. I think he just like put on
Right, that's
another
not
level,
gonna
that's
work.
for sure. He
Yeah.
promoted that, but there was color switching before.
Oh, I know. The two bombs gonna cancel each other out. Boom. And then these
Okay.
bad boys gonna come down. And then we're gonna pull this bad boy out. They're all gonna turn.
So this is like almost like a restoration things as well. So you pull in and then you just untangling
I don't think this
chaos.
is restoration.
You just untangling like chaos and you make it like perfect. So you like, oh, those
I think
balls
this is
go-
more building than restoration. You're building out something and
Yeah, it's like you removing stuff.
no,
how are
this
you
is
gonna build by
this is
removing
like
stuff?
what are those games that you like where it's like
I
the
don't know. How are you gonna build
tower defense? Tower defense isn't restoration. That's building. This is like tower defense. You're
But
building
remove
out
it,
your
how you
path.
building by removing stuff, and then you put all this stuff in the bucket.
I agree to disagree.
Oh, I hate that.
You know I love you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's cool. Let's pull it some. All right. First off, this would be super easy. All right. Let's see. So you click there and there. Look, I figured out that one. This would be super easy to make in Buildbox with our physics engine.
Again,
This would be like
Just
nothing.
know that if you touch this pin, it actually goes. Oh, you need to swipe it a little bit.
That would be the touch. What was it called? Is touch.
Yeah.
And then you would use color set, right?
Yeah, like once they collide, we have.
Yeah.
the color.
If collide, then
Yeah.
color set. Boom. So
notes, and then you go the
Yep.
bump as well. Like if they collide with the little cubes. and
Yeah,
then
if collide, then
it's
blow
like
up.
this like animation node, and then we can
Gotcha.
do explosion.
All right, so this first one is Crowd Smasher by White Dog. Seen this guy, talked to him many times. Super cool Buildbox user here. And so this one you know about, so I'm going to let you actually.
Yeah, it's actually pretty simple.
Okay.
You know, the green guys, we probably need to, harvest somehow.
Oh, you need to get rid of them?
Yeah. And
Harvest. Harvest.
I mean, this is like a harvester thing, like,
Yeah.
to me. Like,
Okay, yeah, I
because
can see
grew
that.
on the farm, and
Yeah.
I've seen harvester too. And red guys somehow cool, and we.
And this is definitely a destruction-based game. All right, so how did you know that the, oh, this is interesting.
Okay, so it's pretty easy as well.
Oh,
So at
because
the
red's
beginning-
like don't touch, so you can, oh, but no, now
see,
you're
you
getting.
see, I screwed up a little bit.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it's like give it.
It gave it, okay, so you didn't have to get all of them,
Yeah,
just had to
just-
have some of them.
But
Okay.
so boom. So this is another of those. This is pure destruction that we just recently talked. So you
Yeah.
actually destroying, these little creatures.
Yeah,
And,
which
is actually
kind of amazing.
yeah,
Yeah.
sad and fascinating.
Yeah. Well, it's like, remember that kick the dude down the stairs game where you literally just kicked, like it looked like that? It was like this kind of dummy looking dude. You just kick him down the stairs, and the farther you kicked him down the stairs, the better you
like
did.
some ragdoll stuff.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. There's definitely a kill things thing that's
Yeah, it's like
that's kinda fun.
This is like destroying,
Yeah.
like ultimate,
like
and it's like
Kamatari, is that how you pronounce that game? Where you just like,
Demasi.
yeah, you just destroy like freaking
that's
everything.
Actually building. You build in and then you like are satisfied by the.
No, it's both. You're destroying and building. You're building out of your own destruction, like a
Yeah,
phoenix out of the
yeah,
ashes.
yeah,
It's just rising
yeah,
from the grave.
You build
to
in expense of others.
Okay, fair enough. I'll go with that.
So this is actually interesting. So we have these smart asses that actually spin on like these things, and it's actually pretty well.
Oh, is this one of our smart assets, the spinning things?
Yeah, the spinning things is actually
Okay.
so which is actually really nice use of that. You know?
Cool.
Boom, boom, boom. Actually, it's interesting. It's so satisfying to move these things. It's so smooth.
Yeah, that's really smooth. I agree.
Yeah, it's I like it.
And now, what did he use for the moving around? Probably the touch move.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just a
That's
regular
like
old touch move.
Yeah, and then a little bit extra, spinning.
Yeah,
When you,
that's
like-
a really clean action though. Hey, that's a cool game, and that's unique too. I don't think I've seen anything like that.
No, yeah, I like this. I feel like I am in charge.
Gotcha.
I like these green guys.
So why don't we bring Zach over, and Zach can talk a little bit about this developer, and then we will talk about the other game as well. Let Zach kind of chime in on that.
Sure.
That sound good?
Hey, Zach, come here.
Awesome.
All right, buddy.
Right on.
Okay, so we have our amazing Zach here, who is talking to all our customers. He's a heart of our community, and he's just simply is the best. So Zach, I have this cool game here. Do you know this game?
Yeah, so this is a game called Crowd Smasher, I believe. This is by the developer, the publisher, White Dog is actually the game studio's name. And then I think the developer's name behind this, and I might be butchering this, so I totally apologize if I am, but I think his name is Giorgi or something like that. Or
Yeah, it sounds like a Russian name, Giorgi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it might be from ex-USSR countries. I don't know, but yeah, I'm myself from Ukraine, which is like kind of sounds familiar to my ear, which is really fun. Cool. Yeah, and yeah, look at this really polished game, and
Yeah, it looks really great. He's actually been around with Buildbox since Buildbox 1.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, since the first version came out. And then he was a Buildbox 2 user as well, and he released a couple really solid games with Buildbox 2. And then I think he took kind of a break for a while because we were transitioning to Buildbox 3 and having...
yeah, that was a really fun time to transition from 2D into 3D. I remember myself.
I remember those were some late nights.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, so now that Buildbox 3 has come out and we have the free version now available, he jumped right back into it, and he's been releasing a bunch of 3D games recently that are really solid. Yeah.
Oh, love it! Like so amazing. Cool. I have another one.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at this one. It's SwipeTrix.
Yeah, SwipeTrix. So this was actually one of the submissions in the Cyberpunk Game Jam that we had from December to January.
No way.
Yeah.
It looks like cyberpunkish for sure.
Oh, totally.
So let's take a look at that. So you have to Have a challenges here. Oh, they're all locked.
Nice, I
so,
like it.
Okay. So, okay, tap to start, like, and then, okay.
Good, covering the GDPR stuff.
Yeah,
Yep.
nice. Okay, so you have to swipe here.
Okay.
Okay. I love this graphics,
Yeah.
so stylish. This is actually really interesting. You know, this is like like animation. It's like so much eye candies here, but not too much, you know. And
Right.
they're different.
Yeah.
It's not like sprinklers, you know, that everyone just putting in all the hyper casuals,
Right.
confetti.
Yeah.
This is like something new and something fresh, and people appreciate that.
Right, exactly. Those like shapes and lines kind of either doing a twist in and then like shrinking in and out. And they have those transitions on each, like entering the level and then completing the level. Exactly. Yeah. See that, like that twist, that rotation. It looks really, really clean. And then also the background, that really, really slow scrolling background. No, I love these style games. It almost kind of reminds me of like, there's like a puzzle in some of the Legend of Zelda dungeons that are somewhat similar to this.
There's an old game called Sokoban,
Uh-huh.
right? Similar to this, you have to push, and then you have to push in a certain way, and
Yeah.
there's like some puzzle. Yeah, it's like, but it's again, it's mindless. You can, I don't know, like
Right.
okay, this is, that was right, you know. So it's kind of, you know, this intuitive. Mindless feel, like you can try again and again and it's fine, but
Yeah.
you will figure it out eventually.
Right, exactly. It's really easy to like enter the game and you can totally pick up like what the rules are, and it's really easy to like jump into. And I really like the game style because you can also build off of it. See, yeah, you pickled yourself there.
I screwed up here.
Yeah, you have to go down.
Oh, look at this! I'm big red kid now.
Yeah, so you can add enemies, you can add moving platforms, obstacles, a bunch of different stuff. You can continue to make the levels a little bit more built out and difficult. I really like it.
Thank you, Zach, for being with us.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right, guys, so thanks a lot to Zach on our team. Really appreciate him coming over and helping out today. He will probably be a future featured honor guest on Boxnation, episode 1. And now, to talk to you, Nick. Now, listen, let me tell you guys about Nick, all right? Nick's kind of a data scientist nerd. Would that be fair? Can I call you that? Is that offensive?
No.
I think it's okay. He's genius with it. I'll give him that. But he loves trends. He loves focusing on trends, and you're good at it. And he's really good at it. So the two big trends with this that we saw today, what do you think those are?
Actually, that's funny. They actually goes together opposite. The
Okay.
restoration and destruction. Those two actually I've seen a lot more and more.
Yeah, really. In 3 of the 4 games, it was focused on that. The final game, probably not as much. Or do you think the final game was?
The puzzle one?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, those more defined in path. Yeah, this is like this is tricky to find.
Yeah, that's more puzzle based,
Yeah.
but the other ones were all about either tearing stuff down or restoring it, and that's and that's smart. And again, this kind of came up on the walk over here today. You're bringing that up, and I didn't really even think about that. So that is like a huge trend right now.
And I can see the emotional part of that as a human being. You like to restore, to build, to be part of something bigger.
Humans, we want to ruin everything and then fix it all.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
and
like an
actually,
emotional
first
response.
you ruin and then you build.
Yeah.
Or build.
Hey,
and then
so
you
maybe going back to model and improve, his
one
favorite
game that
thing.
actually combined those.
Yeah. What if you destroyed everything and then you have to like rebuild
First
it?
level you restore. The second level you destroy whatever you just restore.
Oh, that would be better because if you destroy it and then have to pick up the pieces,
No, you
that
restore. You destroy first and then you
I don't
fix
think
it
so.
later.
Because hey, think about
No,
it. Hey,
no,
do you like cleaning up your messes? Do you?
Yes, actually. Or do you want to clean up other messes?
Oh, that's a good point. But there's something there.
Yeah.
We'll argue about that for a few days and see what we come up with.
That's a good game, right?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely something there. Destroy, restore. Awesome, man. I think that's super smart. So, all right, that's episode 1, Boxnation. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We had a blast doing it.
Totally.
Yeah, and thank you to Zach, our special guest. Thank you to Leo, the man behind the camera, who's doing all this. One day we're gonna bring him on as well. It's gonna be tough though, because he's holding the camera.
Yeah,
so we'll have to do like a selfie type thing. We're gonna do that for sure. And yeah, see you guys in a couple weeks. We're gonna be doing this every 2 weeks. Same format, going over, showing you guys what's working right now, the hot trends in the App Store, also what our boxers are doing with the Buildbox software. If you want to learn more about Buildbox, go to buildbox.com. You can download it for free, make your own game without coding, and who knows, maybe you'll hit the top of the App Store and you'll be on the next episode. Trey Smith and Nick Rudenko, we'll see you later.